Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, and welcome back to the GT3. Today we're going to be talking about the 5 things that I love about my GT3. But before we get into that, let me give you guys a little history I have with the GT3. In 2016, I bought a 2015 GT3. Owned it for about 5 months, and then I sold it to purchase my Ferrari 458. Now, since that time, I've always wanted the opportunity to buy another GT3, but I didn't want to buy a pre-owned one. I wanted the ability to be able to get an allocation from Porsche and build my GT3 the way I wanted to have it. And I was lucky enough earlier this year to get that allocation from my local Porsche dealership. And I took delivery of this brand new 2019 Porsche 911 GT3 991.2 in March of this year. So I've owned the GT3 about 7 months. That's given me some time to live with this car. I want to give you guys my 5 things that I love about my GT3. Number 1, it flies under the radar. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I'm a kind of guy who doesn't really look for a lot of attention. Now, I know I say that on one hand, but I have a Ferrari 458 on the other hand. Yeah, I do. But I'm still one of these guys that really doesn't want to draw attention to myself. I never have been that way. I'm a pretty conservative type of individual. The GT3 gives me that anonymity. Most people think it's a 911, just a base model 911 Carrera with a wing on the back. It flies under the radar for that reason. And that makes it more fun and more enjoyable to drive for me. Let's move on to the second thing that I love about my 911 GT3. That would be the reliability. So I have 12 months of history owning GT3s. And I'm here to tell you, in that 12 months of my ownership on 2 GT3s, I've not had one problem. No check engine lights, no faults, nothing. They have been bulletproof. And that's one of the reasons why I love this platform so much. It has that 50 years of Porsche reliability, R&D behind it, and you just don't have any problems with it. It's not finicky. I mean, you can get in this thing, crank it up, and just drive. You don't have to do anything special to it. Porsche made these cars for people to drive every single day. Don't get me wrong, high level of performance, but you can drive it every day. And I don't believe in Ferrari's case, and again, this is just my opinion, guys, I don't believe they make Ferraris for people to drive every day. I just don't believe that. I've owned one for almost 3 years, and I gotta tell you, 1 out of 5 times I get in it, the check engine light comes on. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean anything's majorly wrong with it. I've learned that over my 3-year ownership. That doesn't mean anything majorly wrong with it. It's just everything is controlled in the 458 with the onboard computer, and any little problem with that, it will throw a check engine light. It doesn't mean anything wrong with the engine. It could be anything, any of the electronics. And you don't have that in the GT3. You just don't. You don't have that. So the reliability, 12 months of ownership on 2 GT3s has been bulletproof. No problems at all. And that's the second thing I love about owning this. Low maintenance and reliability. Let's talk a little bit about the performance numbers. 500 brake horsepower, 398 pound-foot of torque. You have 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds. You got this thing revs to 9,000 RPM. and it's only 3,100 pounds. Guys, those are crazy numbers for this type of sports car, in my opinion. I call it a baby supercar. I know a lot of other people call it a supercar. In my opinion, it's not a supercar. It certainly has the performance of a supercar, though. I like the ability to be able to track this car if I wanted to, because you just have that type of performance. This thing is based on the GT3 Cup car. It was born out of that type of performance car, the GT3 Cup car. So you have a Boxster 6 engine in this thing that howls. And again, I'm on public roads here, so I'm not able to get on it, but I know there are videos out there that you guys have watched with people getting on these things, taking it to the rev limit, and you can hear that glorious engine in the back. So I love the performance aspect of this car. So versatile. It can be a track weapon, drive on public roads, and just have fun with. So that's the third thing I love about my GT3, is just the performance of it. The fourth thing that I love about my GT3 is the stunning looks. That's right, guys. This GT3 is a stunning car. I mean, when you think about the way it looks, the wider hips, the aggressive front end, the large 305 tires on the back, it's lowered, I believe it's lowered about 20 millimeters lower than your standard Carrera. When you get in the car, the cockpit, the driver's seat, everything is driver focused, it's tight, the noise, the whole package is phenomenal for me. And obviously with the black paint, the black wheels, all the blacked out accents, the carbon fiber on the interior. Now, I purposely did not do the extended leather because I didn't want a bunch of leather everywhere. I wanted it to be as stripped out as possible and look the part and feel the part, and it does. So from that standpoint, from a look standpoint, guys, I just don't know anything out there that looks as good as the back end of a GT3. It's crazy. So I love the stunning looks of it. That's the fourth thing that I love about my GT3. And the fifth thing that I love about the GT3 is the price point. Where are you going to get this type of performance, looks, reliability for $157,000? The base price on these cars, I believe, is about $143,000. I put about $14,000 worth of options on my car when I spec'd it 7 months ago. The big ticket items in my $14,000 was I got the front end lift, I got the bucket seats. Those were the two big ones. And then I got a little bit of the carbon fiber pack, I got the fire extinguisher, the chrono clock, and a few other little bits and pieces. But still, for $157,000, where are you going to get this type of performance? And listen to this. Where are you going to get that at? For that price point? Come on, guys. That's the fifth thing that I love about my GT3, is that right there. For $157,000, come on, man. You cannot find this anywhere else for this price point. On top of that, you get a 4-year, 50,000-mile warranty. Come on, man. Where are you going to find that at? So, guys, that's what I love. Those are the 5 things I love about the GT3. And I would tell anybody out there who is looking for a sports car, baby supercar, I would tell you, consider a GT3. You have to consider it. Go out and test drive you one. Get behind, or get your behind in the driver's seat of one, and experience this, man. I think you'll agree with me. I don't know anything else out there in this price point can rival a GT3. Well, guys, I certainly appreciate y'all taking some time out today to check out this video. Well, if you're stopping by the channel for the first time, please consider subscribing, share the video, and give me a thumbs up. It helps the channel and it helps me as well. But as always, guys, keep chasing greatness, and I will catch you guys on the next video. Peace.